Hey, this is Dusty from Southern Insurance Professionals. I'm here with Brennan from Bowers Plumbing. He's going to give us a couple tidbits on how to help us prevent some water losses in your homes.
I've worked for Bowers for probably 4 or 5 years now. I'll be third generation plumber now. So
Born and raised, literally.
yeah, born and raised. Been around it my whole life. I'd say the first few things as far as preventing water loss or water damage, the first step if you do have a leak would be to obviously locate your shutoff, and that could either be in your garage, at your meter by the road. Some people have shutoffs outside their house in their yards. It'd just be a matter of locating that and having prior knowledge of where that is in the event that you have a leak. That way you're able to turn it off and prevent further damage to your house with the water leak.
What are some things that people can check on that would typically help prevent the water losses and stuff? Like hoses or where
Yeah, especially in the event of like a cold snap or cold weather. Obviously the first thing you want to do is strip your faucets, right? Over the night, stuff like that when the temperatures drop really low. It's definitely really important to, if you have hoses hooked up to your outside hose bibs, take those off. That can cause leaks. If you notice that your water bill's high, first thing you can do is either go check your meter. Almost all of them have a little triangle, or the new digital ones, it just shows a number. If that number keeps ticking up or that triangle keeps spinning, that means you've got a leak somewhere. So whether that be visible to you inside your house, it could be under your house, it could be in your yard. There's companies out there that they can come and locate it and then say we could come out there, dig it up, fix it, or reroute a line if we needed to. If there was something broken under your house, say on a slab or something like that, we could run overhead and then run it back down to the fixture that is affected.
Okay. And then I know this gets overlooked pretty regularly by a lot of homeowners. Hoses behind the washing machine and the refrigerator. Like, how often should we be checking those?
A lot of people don't check it, and it's probably a good habit to do it every 6 months. Okay. I would say for sure, just because temperature change in the house or outside, especially if your ice maker is on an outside wall, exterior walls, any plumbing in an exterior wall is usually, it's not frowned upon, but it's something that is more likely to freeze in the event of cold weather, stuff like that. The first thing to freeze up would be some plumbing that would be running on the outside wall. Say that be a master bathroom, toilet, lavatory sinks. That's why it's important to drip them, keep the water moving, keeps it from freezing up. Washer and dryer. Most people, where you put them now is more easily visible above your washer and dryer, unless you've got a stack. Obviously, it's going to be hard to check. Oh, yeah. With a stack, it's going to be hard to move for some people and stuff like that. So if you can take a flashlight or something, if you're able to peek around back, get your hand up in there, feel around where the hoses are hooked up to it, just making sure your hands stay dry and stuff like that. Because if it's wet, then you probably got a leak, or your hose is not tightened up, and that would probably need to be addressed pretty soon, because just a drip can
gets out of control.
You'd be surprised how much water can be accumulate from just a drip. So.
And so a lot of kind of a hot button with insurance companies now, especially in terms of discounts for off the home, is having a water shutoff system installed, or at least I guess some will just alert you that there's a water potential leak. What are thoughts on those?
They're good. We've installed a few. It will monitor your water flow, stuff like that. If it recognizes that you've had a continuous water flow for, say, 10-15 minutes, it will send you a notification to your phone and shut your water off right there at that device. So I guess that's kind of what you're getting at, is a device like that. We don't install a whole lot of new ones on new construction builds and stuff like that, but it's definitely a good, in my opinion, it's a good afterthought in terms of saving your house, in terms of preventing water damage and stuff like that. Because something like that, if you're asleep or on vacation, that thing can let you know on your phone, and it'll turn the water off, and you don't have to worry about your house flooding and you're in Florida or on vacation, something like that. So, but in terms of the cost of the device and in terms of how much you might be paying in water damage, I think it's a pretty obvious answer to go ahead and put one of those in, just to mitigate not having to pay for so much damage and stuff like that. You know.
We appreciate Brennan from Bowers Plumbing coming out today, talking to us a couple minutes about how to prevent water losses and things we can do to keep those from being so crazy. Because not only are they expensive, but very disruptive to our home lives. So we appreciate it, Brennan. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thank you for having me.